Hi, welcome to Buzz, Indiana's Underground Business Voice. My name is Tony Selza. We're here in Louisville, Kentucky.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm working on it, man. That Michigander is kind of getting rid of that twang.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm here with Barry Blalock with Merrill Lynch, right?
Yes.
And you know what? Big surprise, I met a financial planner at a networking event.
I can hardly believe that.
Can you believe that?
I mean, where did he come from?
I don't know.
We come out of the woodwork when there's a big group of people.
Yeah. So what you do is a little bit different, and
Yes,
how you do it is different. Tell me about, tell me how you got in the business.
Very simply. Been investing all my life.
Okay.
Had an experience with a broker many years ago that did not prove out to be very favorable.
Okay.
It seemed to be kind of more toward his best interest than
moving you around a lot
mine.
just to get the fee kind of thing.
And I determined that with business experience that I have and investment experience, I would never let that happen to me again, and I would not let that happen to any of my clients.
Yeah, Barry, it's really interesting. I was listening to Larry Winget on the way in. Are you familiar?
Yes.
And he one of the great points of advice he gives is don't take financial advice from someone that you don't have, that doesn't have more than you. And I think a lot of us don't think about that really. What are the good habits that the wealthy have? How do I instill those habits in my life? And is that kind of, are you as much a coach as you are anything?
I'm not only a coach, I'm a historian, an economist, a confidant, and a therapist.
Yeah, especially in these days, right?
You never know what that phone call is going to bring. So you have to be on top of your game day and night.
Yeah.
One of the things that I do is truly financial planning and look at the long term. And when we incorporate the financial planning, it's not just the monetary aspect. We have to look at what your health is, what your longevity history is in the family, to make sure that you're not going to outlive your resources, to make sure that you're following a plan. The internet is both a godsend and it's also a double-edged sword in the regard that you can get information immediately.
Yeah. How
accurate is that information?
Well, not only that, the problem with that is you got a lot of people walking around that think they're experts that really aren't.
That's very true.
Because they don't know how to weigh that information and tune out what they need to listen to and what they don't. Is that fair?
That is a very fair assessment. And it's not just in the financial arena, but that's in any business.
Amen.
I think you will find.
Amen. Yeah.
So and unfortunately, some of the financial people have gotten a bad rap. You hear about the bad people. You don't really hear about all of the good people that are out there that are helping people to maintain their
That's a whole different show. Bad news spreads 7 times faster than good news.
Absolutely.
So what do you think is the key thing that really makes you different? I mean, what are you looking for your clients to really get from you in your relationship?
My charge in this particular profession is to make sure that when I deal with a customer, when I deal with a client, this is not a short term. This is a long term. That we make sure that we do a plan, and I have.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
It is absolutely, and the amount of product that I have, being Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, as I tell people, I have the fullest quiver of products in the financial forest.
Who do you think is your perfect client? What do they look like?
My perfect client is anyone who is looking to retire, someone in their 40s that has a family.
Okay.
I mean, we have to weigh all of the needs, the long-term care needs, the life insurance needs. Let's find out what your plan is. A small business owner.
I'm going to give you a hard time a little bit.
Yeah,
though.
please.
Okay, perfect client. Like, who do you really are not only good for you, but also good for them in that the way they can take full use of all, because there's a lot of 40-year-olds out there that can't buy all the products because they haven't done a good job up to now, right? I mean, is it a business owner? Is it a CEO? Is it that line worker that just did well?
Yes, and yes.
Okay.
Because everyone has a desire. Everyone has a need.
Okay.
And what you have to do, ascertain, is what is that need in that person's life? What drives that person to make sure that they want to have a future down the road?
Yeah, that's what gets you into the game.
Absolutely.
So one thing you want to let everybody know, one thing you'd like to say, here's the one thing I want you to do before you make a hire. What would that be?
Before you make a hire?
Make a hire, like somebody like you. They bring somebody on, they say, hey, what's the one question they need to ask?
what's the one question they need to ask? Can you help me see what my future is going to be like?
Can you really make the plan?
Can you really make it? The plan is possible if you follow guidelines. There are going to be bumps, there are going to be mountains, there are going to be valleys. You have to be able to ride those out. And you have to have the trust and the confidence, not only in the person that you're dealing with, but with the financial organization that's backing them.
Amen. Barry Blalock?
Blalock.
Blalock. I knew I'd murder it. You've been
That's
buzzed.
okay. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.